Hey everybody, how you doing? I know it's been a long time since my last video, but glad you're all still here. So, hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. It was really good this year. I got lots of interesting things. I know it's been a while since my last video. A couple reasons for that. I've been up to my neck in work. I haven't actually been hunting too much over the past month, but otherwise, lots of stuff has happened. Anyway, I just want to share with you a few things today. So, foist, um, Christmas, winter, wonderful time of year. Since ancient times, winter has been this, in the great wheel of life, winter, I guess, is death, and it's like spring is the time of rebirth. And winter is a very interesting season because we see a lot of activity of things that are necessary but very violent, like wendigos, you know, horrifying things, but they're necessary. And so I really want to start this video with necessary evils, okay? So now, while the Wendigo is a beast that destroys simply for the sake of destroying, there are other things similar in nature that are good. Well, not necessarily good, but they keep the world going the way it should be. You know, there's this order that needs to exist between destruction of men and the creation of men. And same thing with the destruction of spirits, the creation of spirits, and all living things and all, truths. And there is a place for that. Like, there are reasons that we have, disease and war. And it's, if there's too many humans, then it's bad. If there's too few humans, it's also bad. But know that before you go out and just start killing a bunch of spirits. They're not all bad. Although a lot of them, I like to think of spirits as having a set nature that they cannot break free from, almost like an animal. And while they can be intelligent, their nature is unchanging. We as humans are capable of change. I really appreciate that aspect of our creation. Anyway, so something that was brought to mind recently. Neil Gaiman's, or Gaiman's, I don't know how to say that, American Gods. Now, I bring up this book because, first off, it's excellent. You should read it. Normally, I am not about um, character pieces of historical figures, or in this case, mythological figures, but it does pretty well. Um, and I mean, even though it's written by a British man, he does kind of capture the essence of America pretty well. So kudos to you, Neil Gaiman. This is a Barnes and Noble edition. It was like $20, but I got it on sale. It was like 10. It was really good. Yeah, and I've read it several times before, and I really liked it. This time, I liked it a little bit more, and it's because I finally realized something that really clicked. I'll explain that to you. So, um, there are many types of spirits that surround us. There are, and this is of course what I deal with. There are, the disembodied souls of the dead, although those aren't spirits, but as far as entities that are out there that are non-physical. There are the souls of the dead that are kept here. There are the but there's like orders of spirits. The divine spirits, the angels that move and shake the universe. Um, these are of course not created by anything but a divine creator or something. Um, they are immensely powerful. They literally push the universe. I like to think of them as the living embodiments of the four forces. So a little bit of physics for you. Look up those. Um, and they're very powerful. They're deadly, but generally speaking, they don't really stray from their goals too often. Now, while these exist, there are also spirits under them, and then there are, like the Fae, there are spirits that are here to control and care after the forest and nature. And then there are spirits, which are sometimes called tulpas or thought forms, And these are spirits that are either born in the spirit world completely normal and then they affect our world, or we create them and then or we experience them and then they're created in there. Now, in Neil Gaiman's book, um, he makes the claim that we are the ones who create the gods, that our thoughts and our beliefs generate these beings. And it's kind of strange, but you can look at it as if on either side. You can say that there are spirits that are created that affect our world on the spirit world side, or you can say that we create spirits and then the spirit world is affected, and then vice versa. And I mean, spirits can affect us, we can affect spirits, and that's very true. And this is a lot how blessing works. We are imbuing an object with energy, we're charging it, and then it can be used. All the energy inside of it. Um, Same thing with willpower. That's what keeps, evil spirits out of your body. Evil spirits are energy. It's almost like a counteracting energy. So, are we creating spirits, or are spirits creating us? It's for you to decide, really, because I cannot give you an answer. Um, but yes, I do recommend reading this. And think about that question, because just think about it. I find it very interesting. Of course, we don't create the spirits of the dead, or the souls of the dead. Um, but they're still affected by the same things, which is interesting. But if we're the ones who create spirits, then what does that say about us? So another book that I got, not for Christmas, but that I just got, and this is from my hometown. This is Asbury Park, New Jersey. So Asbury Park's Ghosts and Legends. Um, and I've never really done much hunting. Like, I've done hunting in my hometown, but I've never really done an in-depth analysis of the historical aspects of haunting, which this book is mostly about. It's mostly about ghosts. I got it signed by the author. She's awesome. Um, see. Um, but this book was actually really fascinating to me because I learned a lot about the dead through this. And I mean, I've learned a lot about the dead through, exercising them. Well, I guess it's the best word. Um, Dealing with them and all that. But I mean, this really kind of helped me get to the psychology behind the dead. And I was actually talking to the woman who wrote this book about it. And it's not that big of a book. I mean, I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. I mean, not that you want to, unless you live in Asbury Park, New Jersey. But um, we were talking about the dead and how, at the moment of death, there are well, there's two different types of spirits. There's um, spirits who are unbound. That is, that they are not, bound to any object or location. They are without fetter. They are free. They're capable of going to any realm they want to. Okay. Then there are spirits that are bound. So these are things like spirits that are bound to objects, locations, even thoughts. You know, certain things. These spirits are the ones that we talked about, and so basically what we were saying is at the point of death, um, the spirit who remains has a major, like death itself is a major psychological barrier that must be broken. And if it's only fractured, then this breaks the psyche of the spirit or the person who is now deceased. Therefore, one can make the claim that all ghosts who are bound are in fact insane or at least psychologically damaged. And I would say that is very true because most of the ghosts that I've dealt with, aside from some of the peaceful ones, they are broken. They are not their former self in any way. They are damaged and they can't really get over it. And that's why I'm in the business of breaking anchors because once they're broken, the spirit is kind of forced into the second death. That's what we call it, the second death, the psychological barrier. Um, and this, while it may not be good for the spirit, is the best way if they're bound to do so. So, that was 2 books I wanted to show you. I'll have another video planned very soon for showing all of my weapons, so I can't wait for that one. In fact, a user uh, asked me to do a video like that, so can't wait to do that one. It'll be fun. Um, but yeah. So with all those things in mind, have a good morning, evening, night, wherever you are right now. And I would say the most important thing for all you young hunters out there at this point in time is appreciate the gifts you've been given, both physical ones, emotional ones, everything that you've gotten this year, because in some way it's because somebody cares for you, and they may not be able to, you may not be able to see them right in front of your face, but somebody does care, and who knows, maybe they'll help you out in the future. Alright? So, happy hunting, guys, and I'll see you soon.